Solve the equation tan theta equals 0.8 over the domain 0 to 2 pi. Give the answer correct to 2 decimal places. The only thing different between these and the previous examples is now my domain is in radians. The moment you see that, first step is go to your calculator. Clear? You go to mode and you change the degrees to radians. So degrees change to radians, and I'm going to say enter. And then I'm just going to say on. Clear. So now your calculator is in radians. What we're going to do is exactly the same thing. Tan theta 0.8, start with my cast, but instead of saying 0 degrees 180, I say now 0 pi 2 pi, because it goes from 0 all the way to 2 pi. Now I say, where's the tan of theta? Because this is a positive value. Tan is positive in my first quadrant and in my third quadrant, so that's where it's positive. So it will be this angle, and this will be where I have my answer. So it will be pi in the positive direction. So let's go. I go reference angle equals the inverse tan of 0.8. Now inverse tan is also named arctan. So if you ever hear arctan, I use it a lot. It means the inverse tan. Go to my calculator. My calculator is in radians. Just double check. I go second function, inverse tan of 0.8, enter, and my answer is, they say to 2 decimal places, 0.67. 2 decimal places, I look at the third decimal, it's smaller than 5, so it stays 0.67. That's the reference angle. It means that will be the angle in the first quadrant. Okay, so I'm going to say theta equals, first quadrant, it will be 0 plus this, which is 0.67. All theta equals, in my third quadrant, it will be pi plus, and I go into the positive direction, 0.67. Okay, I'm going to go to my calculator. I'm going to say I already have 0.67. I'm just going to add, oops, sorry, you didn't see that, my bad. So I already have 0.67 there, so I'm going to say that's 0.67 plus pi, enter, and the answer is 3.816. So that 6 is going to make this a 2, so the answer is going to be 3.82. So I have 2 answers for theta. Theta's answer is 0.67 and 3.82. You don't have to say radians, you don't have to put a little c there. If there's nothing there, if there's no, just don't put the degree sign, because then it's totally wrong. So just leave your answer like that. You can see this is the same method over and over and over. Cast diagram, reference angle without the symbol, and then you just, from your cast diagram, find what is your different answers.